Alright, welcome here to the Old Farts League. Racing here tonight at Talladega, race 3 of season 2. Running 60 laps here tonight. Should be a pretty good race. Got a lot of very good drivers out here. Seen some very good practice times. So we'll just kind of stay tuned here and watch and see how these guys do.
Where did it disappear to? What's the password? Okay. OT.
All right, coming down to about a minute and a half here till qualifying. Seeing some very fast time. Tommy Lee, I believe, had the fastest lap. Let's take a look here real quick. And yeah, Tommy Lee having the fastest lap of the 48.251. Gramuglia has the same exact lap of the 48.251. So those two definitely tied up. Ziegler in third, Whaley in fourth. Those two having the same exact times. Townsend and Fielder having the same exact times. Wow, look at that. Oh. You could tell they must have all been partners. Having the same exact times like that.
That's just funny.
First and second having the same times, third and fourth having the same times, and fifth and sixth having the same times. Wow. All right, so qualifying time is over now, and we will get down here and watch qualifying as these guys are all getting ready to take to the track here, and so you can turn in the fastest time to sit on the pole. But joining me in the booth here tonight, I've got a couple of my good old pals here. Rush in here. Welcome, Rush. Good to have you.
Welcome.
And Ed Hewitt, not sure if he's back from the restroom yet, but if you are, Ed, welcome to you.
Hey, thank you very much, Rudy. Good to have you here, and Rush.
So, Ed, what are you expecting out here tonight? You expect this to be a pretty clean race? I think with the experience that some of these guys have got, I'm kind of expecting a decent race, but what's your expectations out of these guys?
I'm expecting to have a good race tonight at Talladega here tonight, Rudy. It's going to be an awful race. Excuse me, spit it out. It's going to be an awesome race. Talking about management tires, fuel. We'll talk about that a little bit during the race. I hear that Tommy Lee talking to his drivers out there tonight, Rudy. Have a respectable race, have a clean race. So we'll see what happens there at Talladega tonight.
All right. Rush, tell us a little bit about what you think how this race is going to go. You've watched these guys run and week after week, for the last couple of weeks, and you see a lot of the experience out here, knowing a lot of these guys have got a lot of super speedway experience. What are you expecting out of these guys? Who do you expect to be up there in the top positions right away?
I mean, there's a lot of experience out here on the track tonight, but looking at the usual suspects to be out in front. Swindell, LG Whaley. They should run pretty good tonight. Hopefully, if they can keep it clean, everything will be nice. They'll run the whole 60 laps on the green.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. Again, we always say, I'd love to see them green flag pit stops, and that would be really nice to see tonight. We see some of the guys here already laying down now. Rindahl coming in with a 51.314. That's a pretty fast lap for first lap. Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. I think, it's going to be like the Swindell, LG Whaley, Ziegler, Tommy Lee, Travis Townsend. I think he'll be up in there. But a lot of these guys, I think, they kind of ride around for a little while. 60 laps is quite a few laps to go here at Talladega. And I think the pit window is like at, about 38 laps or something like that. 35 laps. Gosh, I can't remember all these tracks. But, okay, there's Swindell laying down a 50.979. No big surprise there.
Hey, they just got him on. He always does.
Yeah, he's pretty good here. About any vehicle you run, he can lay down a good lap time.
Yeah, he's good. Pretty awesome.
LG Whaley cracking the 51 barrier too. Not far off of Dave Swindell. He's got a 991. And Swindell's got a 979, so not far off. And Ziegler right there with almost a 51 flat.
See, if LG went to the bathroom, he might have beat him.
Yeah, it'd have been just that much lighter, huh?
Oh, yeah. Or at least a pound.
Yeah. Yeah, I really kind of want to see some green flag pit stops. Just makes it all about the driver then, you know. And you know, we say that every week on a lot of the tracks, but these super speedways really makes a big difference. So,
oh, yeah.
All right.
Can't wait to see who gets it woed up.
Yeah.
Who doesn't? Yeah.
That's going to be the trying effort right there. The inevitable big one we know is going to happen. So, all right. So Dave Swindell here. As soon as they grid, we will get to the grid, and we'll give a rundown here of the field.
A lot of people didn't qualify.
Yeah, quite a few. Well, you got to take you and I and Ed out of that equation, so, or Ed and I guess.
Yeah.
Tedham didn't qualify.
All right, so let's get down here to the rear chase view, and we'll kind of give a rundown here. Dave Swindell on the pole, laying down a 50.979. LG Whaley going to be starting on the outside of him in the number 99. R.W. Ziegler starting third in the number 8. Doug Moore in the number 74 starting fourth. In fifth, the number 9 of Kevin Utley. In sixth, the 03 of Derek Cormier. In seventh, the 42 of Philip Carsley. In eighth, the 48 of Tom Heveron. In ninth, the number 4 of Robert Felzine. In 10th, the 37 of Daniel Rindahl. In 11th, the 43 of Wayne Finley. In 12th, the number 3 of Aaron Reeder. In 13th, the 72 of John Estes. In 14th, the 71 of James Harrington. In 15th, the 70 of Doug Lemons. In 16th, the 91 of Kevin Baker. In 17th, the 84 of Gerald Carell. In 18th, the 16 of Rolando Araro. In 19th, the 22 of Doug Heveron. In 20th, the 62 of Michael D'Amico. In 21st, the 66 of Reginald Becker. In 22nd, the 86 of Lloyd Jones. In 23rd, the 54 of Kirk Fielder. In 24th, the number 50 of Ray Bachman. In 25th, Eddie Asaf in the 65. Terry Ballinger in the number 88, starting 26. Travis Townsend, 27th. 28th is Dave Bowden. 29th, Frank Gramuglia. Tommy Lee starting in the 33rd position, or 30th position. Earl Lateral in the 31st position. In 32nd, Nicholas Ward. In 33rd, Michael Martin. Tom Hefferon not on the field. J. Paul Jones in the 36th position. And in the 38th position, Alan McEwen. And that rounds out the field. So we got a full field here tonight, guys.
Yeah, thank you very much, everybody, for that rundown there on the grid there. Awesome job, buddy, like always.
All right, so Ed, you're getting ready to come around here and take the checkered, or the green flag, you want to call it down?
I sure can, buddy. The bike pace car's in there. Waiting for the green. Boogity boogity, guys, let's go racing. The green flag is dropped. Here we go, Rudy and Russ.
All right, Swindell getting a little bit of a slow start. And looks like LG Whaley up on the high side, going to duck down in front of Swindell to take over that top spot already.
Well, find your partners, guys. It's time to draft and try to get to the front.
All right, in the number 8 there, R.W. Ziegler trying to hang on in the 3rd spot. Now Dave Swindell looks to the high side, maybe to pick up Doug Moore. Doug Moore coming up through there with, I think that's Cormier on the high side. Yeah, Derek Cormier up there with Doug Moore. Oh, and them guys getting a run, but, ooh, they're going to stay right with Dave Swindell. The 3 of them get hooked up together, they could motor on by. But R.W. Ziegler and LG Whaley getting hooked up right away here and starting to pull away from the field, guys.
Yeah, he's got a good run off that, low side there. I mean, he's hooked up on the back of his bumper there, Rudy, and he's got a good drafting partner. Let's see where they can bring it. We get that high side, they're rolling up there. There ain't many cars. Everybody's on that low side.
Kind of drifting back here. Let's go back to I'm looking at Daniel Rindahl. Had started up front there, and now look at, he's way in the back here. He's already back to the 11th spot. No, I'm sorry, 14th. He's running back here in the 14th spot.
Yeah, he sure is, Rudy. You're in the back of the structure. He got some milk. Yeah, he's running that Oreo truck there tonight.
Nice looking truck though. I like that.
Yeah, it sure is.
I like Oreos.
Yeah, me too. Me too, both, Rudy. So there we go. You're going to give somebody to back him a push there. I don't know the numbers there. Look at maybe
84. Or,
actually, at 22 there. Doug.
Yeah, them two getting hooked up together. Maybe they can get something going on that high side and get back up here into the front with the rest of these guys. Wayne Finley now up to the 10th position, moving up 1 spot.
No, it is, Rudy. You got to find the right drafting partner, but you get so much air off these trucks. These back spoilers, man. This truck was up and down, up and down. I noticed while I was pushing out there, we did a little practice there, and boy, what air you come off these trucks. A lot of air.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Okay, Doug Moore and Dave Swindell hooking up on the high side. We've seen those two work together before, and they were pretty deadly combination together. So hopefully maybe they can get something going. But with everybody on that low line and they're up there all by themselves, it's hard to get anything going with just 2 trucks.
Yeah, it sure is, Rudy. Here's the thing about that too, Rudy. It's like I always talk about saving the equipment, saving the tires, who you're drafting with. And my thing is, when they get up to, like swap, like in the turns, you've got to be careful. Be careful that truck's not going to run the next guy over. How is he going to fall in line? Are you going to go high? Are you going to go low? So that's what we're looking for right now when they're swapping. Is everybody going to get a little bit of room out there?
Tommy Hevron now up to the 7th spot. Rush, what's going on back there? We've got quite a few trucks that have fallen way off of the pace. Michael D'Amico way back 4.6 seconds behind these guys. What's going on back there?
We got about 16 trucks back here. They're pretty much paired up, and I think they're just riding. They're not really trying to make any headway. They're holding their own, about 5 seconds off the pace. I think they're just waiting for the big ones so they can get by, if you ask me.
Well, that could be, but boy, if they get nose to tail, they should be able to get caught back up here, but they don't seem to be working together real well up here.
No, they look like I said, they look like they're just riding. They're not pushing the envelope at all.
All right, good deal. Maybe that's a good thing to do then.
I was looking at, you're talking about the 62 of Michael D'Amico there. I see a little left side damage on his truck there, man. Looks like it got hammered pretty bad there. I don't know what happened there.
Might have been on the start. Could have been a little bumping on the start, maybe.
Got that driver's side back bumper pushed right in there pretty good. It looks like he's holding the front end up there. It looks like he's hanging in there.
Derek Cormier in the 13th position back here. Started 6th, but boy, he's really fallen back quite a bit. But we see this at these super speedways. You can be leading one race or one lap, and the next lap being 20th place. So this is no big surprise.
No, it's not really. Like you always said, you could be up the front, and one lap you could be way in the back. It depends who you're drafting with and who's going to push you and get you there.
Robert Felzine now in the 8th position, running really good here in the number 4 truck. Doing great tonight. Just trying to hang on to the draft of this front pack is Dave Swindell, Doug Moore, and now I believe that's Hevron up there with them. Yeah, Tommy Hevron now up with them. So they're getting about 5 cars, 5 trucks working together, 6 trucks up on that high line, and they might be able to do something up there now.
Yeah, you definitely need somebody up on that high side. You need as many as truck is at that low side as that you that high side, and move that high side and get these trucks out in front there, Rudy. It's the only way you can do it.
If they could just stay in line, they would do a lot better. But it looks like Dave Swindell now, they may have a run, him and Doug Moore, on that high side. But boy, LG and RW are really strong on the low line.
Yeah, they sure are.
Kevin Utley hanging on there right behind Ziegler in that 3rd spot in the number 9, just trying to hang on. So some pretty good racing. Here we are, lap 9 already of 60, coming to lap 10. So some pretty good racing going on so far, guys. I probably shouldn't say it.
Yeah, don't shake the bottle up yet, Rudy.
Yep. Sorry, don't want to jinx them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I would look at it. Let's just we get a long race here. Let's just follow each other for a while. Let's race it up at the end. Let's not race it up. Maybe we still got to get a green stop, pit stop when we get done, Rudy. So let's fan it out from there after.
Now, last week we seen Aaron Reeder ran really well. He's ran the last couple of weeks really well. Here he is showing him in about 12th position, mired right about in the middle of this pack. So hopefully he can get that truck back up into the front. But like you said, Ed, you got a long ways to go here, and they're just trying to ride it out, I think.
Yeah, definitely, Rudy. If I was in that position these guys are in, I think I'd just set my truck there. I don't care who's leading the race, or if I'm second or last, I think I'd just drive around until we get to the last, 10 laps or 5 laps to go, then race it really hard. So what do you think about that, Rush? Do you think that would you race it up hard now, or would you just fall in line and wait to the end?
Rush?
Yeah.
Ed was talking to you.
I didn't even hear him. Too busy watching these cars back here.
Okay, that's right. What do you think, Rudy?
Well, you know, I think probably it would be a good smart move, ride for a little while, like you said, and if it does come down to the point where we are going to see green flag pit stops, where it's all going to be about the driver, this could make a very good, interesting race out of it. We see a lot of races won and lost on pit road. Guys making mistakes, sliding into the pit stop, sliding through the pit stops, got to back up. Maybe get caught speeding on pit road, and or forgetting to uncheck their tires, and not getting hooked back up with their partner again. And that does make all them factors all get weighed in. And like I said, it's all about the driver out here. So different strategies for everybody. Some guys wanting to take it a little bit easier on the first part of the race. So and I can't say as I blame them.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Rudy, and that plays a big role at this big super speedway here at Talladega tonight. You've got to be patient. Patience all in the world, you know what I mean? And like you said, Rudy, who's your partner? How you getting into the pit and getting the tires are checked off? Are you getting tires? Are you getting left sides? Are you getting right sides? And it's like I said, Rudy, it's all a roll. It's who on your partner. You gotta let them know ahead of time what's going on, so you guys can come out of that pit and hope to be leading the race.
Right. Well, I'm going to take a wander back here to the 25th spot. Tommy Lee, these guys all mired way back here. I mean, they've lost the lead draft and everything. They're almost 6 seconds behind that lead pack. But Travis Townsend in that, Tommy Lee, J. Paul Jones. So we've got a lot of guys back here just riding it out.
Well, maybe they're, maybe they're just falling back there. Not to consider they're going to get a lap down on them, but maybe if the big one does come out, maybe they don't want to be caught up in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And these are all the guys that did not qualify too.
Okay.
Problem being with back here is that you got a lot of ground to make up if you don't get any caution.
Yeah, exactly right, Russ. You're right.
Those pits, those leaders can pit and you still be back there.
Yeah, and you know what that might fall into? Here's another thing too, Russ and Rudy. It might fall, like, if you got that many seconds back and these guys pit and you're going to go around, you might have to go a lap down because these guys will be fast on pit road. You're way back here. You're not staying with the field. I think I stay with the pack, and like Rudy said, it just draft. You know what I mean? And start getting that way back kind of thing, and don't worry about what's going on now. Worry about what's going on later.
Well, we've had one guy that did take his truck behind the pit wall, and that would be Eddie Asaf. Not sure what happened with him. He was on pit road and took his truck behind pit wall. All right, well, let's check in here with Alan McEwen now running in the 26th spot back here. These guys have really lost the back part, 7.9 seconds behind the leader. So a lot of these trucks are way back here. Michael D'Amico in the 32nd position. Now 12.2 seconds behind their leader. So back up front here, LG Whaley and RW Ziegler still continuing to lead. Doug Moore and Dave Swindell still hooked up on that high side. Tommy Hebron in draft back there, kind of losing the draft a little bit, but still hanging on. Everybody riding really good and smooth here so far. And boy, did Dave Swindell and Doug Moore got one heck of a run that time. Oh, and they try to come down. Wow, that was close. That was close. It looked like they were going to try to come down, but Dave and Doug switch up in the turns. And it looked like RW and LG were going to try to switch too, but they both all couldn't switch at the same time. that would have been a big one.
Yeah, it's kind of tough there. Unless you get that car up on get to that wall up on the high side. In the middle you goes down. That's fine. You can swap there. But here's my thing. Why swap? Let's not push so hard. You know what I mean? We got a long ways to go.
Right.
See, they're switching now. The front's switching now. He's going to jump up on the high side. Maybe he's going to not go up. I don't know who's switching up. The LG switching up there?
Yeah, he's going up on the high side, and that's kind of holding up Doug and Dave Swindell, and that's going to bottleneck that top line.
Oh, it sure is, man. They're backed right up pretty good. I just saw that. Yep.
Yeah, see, that, oh, man. That wasn't a good switch.
Well, that's a lot of these drivers, though, give him that room so he could switch up there in that high side like that.
All right, so Ziegler goes up the line to pick up LG Whaley. Now them two going to get hooked back up and see if they can.
Oh, he hooked him. Big rack. Here it is.
Yep, here it is.
Here it is. Boom. Did he save it?
So Ziegler getting hooked. Ooh, man.
There's a lot of smoke up there.
We're going to go back and watch this in instant replay. These guys come around here. We're going to watch this whole thing transpire here right before our eyes.
He gave him a wrong push in the back of that car, that 8 car.
And Ziegler comes up high and right in front of LG Whaley, and LG Whaley, ooh, getting a little wiggly coming out of 3 here, and does hook him. Oh, man.
Oh, he's going to pull back up in the field. Bunch of cars coming. Ooh, he just made that. Wow.
So, yeah, we've got quite a few. It looks like a lot of people just barely missed Ziegler here as he's spinning around and around. It looks like that whole front part of the field, there was only maybe a couple that got any damage on that. So great.
That was awesome, boy. Yeah, that was awesome. Good save. He didn't get, nobody took him out. Nobody, this is awesome.
Yep, good.
Michael D'Amico coming down pit road. Didn't even go around yet.
All right, so these guys, everybody getting caught back up here to the field. And I wonder if we're going to get any takers. It's kind of early, but Kevin Utley, our leader, and it looks like he is going to take that pit road. Now, they're not going to, I don't believe they can make it from here the rest of the way.
It might.
If they get another caution, they might.
It might.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be pushing it, I think. God, I can't remember how many laps you get here. Is it 40?
Isn't that like 48?
42.
48, Rudy. 42 maybe? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, then I guess they can. Okay, so this is going to take fuel out of the equation. Okay, Kevin Utley stopped and getting fuel only, no tires. Dave Swindell off-road second. So that puts Tommy Lee out in the lead. Tommy Lee not pitting. Him and Travis Townsend, Frank Gramuglia, Earl Lateral, not pitting. Front forward, none of them pitted.
I see LG there took right side tires. It's come out in 9th place.
Yeah, we've got a couple guys I think that did. Yeah, LG Whaley did. Doug Moore take 4 tires. Philip Carsley, Tommy Hevron, these guys all taking 4 tires. So, yeah, we've got several different pit strategies. But, it could be, I've done it, you guys have done it, I'm sure. Forget to uncheck your tires. Well, too late, I've
been there, yeah.
Yep.
It's kind of crappy too. You go in there like you're in second or third spot there, and you come out in 10th or 12th. You know, I mean, what happened? Oh, didn't check my tires.
Yep. And you got to sit there and let it change all four.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I usually, when I figure it out, then it's like, oh, I can uncheck the left side too real quick because it's changing right side.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I've done that real quick.
I've done that more than once.
Yep. So you did a 2-tire change. Well, now it looks
Yeah,
like
you don't lose too much.
It looks like his front four might be going to come down pit road now. Yes, sir. There are all four of them coming down pit road. So let's see what their pit strategies are going to be. Tommy Lee coming into his pit. Travis Towns and these guys all pitting right here together. Oh, Tommy Lee taking right sides. Everybody taking right side tires. All four tires going on. They got nothing to lose. They got nothing to lose.
They're going to be in the back anyways.
Yeah.
83 took all four.
Yeah, all of them did. Wow. Like Tommy Hevron taking all four tires also. So, all right. So it looks like everybody has done their pit stops. Going to be Kevin Utley out in the lead again. I think he'd got a little bit of damage on that when Ziegler come across the nose of him.
Oh yeah, he could have.
Yeah, and he probably had to use one of his resets when he pitted.
Well, we had, what, 20 laps in the books, man. That was awesome racing there.
Yeah, it was. That was pretty doggone good. You know, that's usually about, we usually see that about 20, 22 laps. I don't know if the guys start maybe getting a little impatient or they're mixing it up front. And that's usually when we see, like, the first caution. It just seems like that to me.
It does me too, Rudy. What happened there? Is a bad bump up on the high side, and brought this, trucks that's number 8 spinning around there, and that's too bad. You get that bad bump, and you're doing a good job, and that's not paying attention where you're bumping in the turns. I mean, you gotta be on your toes when you're bumping. You really do.
Well,
I mean, I've been there, Rudy. You've been there. Get somebody a bad bump, you're hooking that driver in the front of you.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, so far LG Whaley's led 16 laps. We've got Ziegler led 1, Tommy Lee's led 1, and Dave Swindell's led 2, and Kevin Utley now coming across the line. He's led 2.
Oh wow. Well, there you go, switching it up.
So, but LG Whaley now back into the 5th position, and he doesn't have his partner there, R.W. Ziegler, way back. Let's see, R.W. Ziegler clear back into the 21st position.
Wow, the ways.
Yeah, he's way back here and not up there with his partner. Those guys were doing so good too.
Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles.
There you go. Oh, don't talk about cookies. I want a cookie.
Yeah, I bet you do want a cookie.
Don't pull that truck over, Rudy. I'll give you some.
All right, everybody lining back up here as the lights go off on the pace car. And Ed, when they come around here, buddy, call it down for me.
You got it, Rudy.
Starting 5th, and Doug Moore starting 6th. Now the 22 of Doug Hevron has gotten up there. We're gonna have to see if him and Swindell and Doug Moore might be able to get a good start on this and pull out ahead of these guys and get out ahead of Oodley.
Yeah, let's see if
car
we
drop
can
in.
take it off.
Green drops. Boogity boogie boogie, guys. Let's go racing.
Everybody getting a pretty good start. I didn't see anybody miss a shift or anything, so that's really good. You know, and we always say, cautions breed cautions, guys. Man, I don't want to see another one. I want to see this thing go green the rest of the way now, man. This would be awesome.
Yeah, I sure would, Woody. It needs to go green all the way.
36 laps to go.
They can do it, Woody. They can do it. You know, just a little patience.
Everybody's got enough fuel, tires, the whole 9 yards, so everybody should be good to go. We don't have anybody that has not stopped for fuel. All right, so Dave Swindell now on the high side there, getting hooked up with Doug Hevron. Those two really trying to get going, but again, you know, here we are, two guys up here by themselves, can't do nothing up on that high line. You need 3 or 4 trucks up there.
Yeah, it's really tough when you're all alone up on the high side and 2 trucks there and everybody's on the low side.
Well, they got a pretty decent run down the backstretch, but going into the turn here in turn 3, Kevin Oatley's still out in the front by about a truck length. And Robert Felzine pushing the daylights out of him. LG Whaley right behind them too. Aaron Reeder now up into the mix. Aaron Reeder up to, let's see, where's he at? He is running into 6th position. Right in the middle of that. Doug Moore is right behind him on the low line.
We got a yellow.
Oh,
Right behind him.
Gotta be in the back.
I got the 77. Looks like he's got a little damage. I'm going to go back from there and see if that happens. Michael Martin.
See what happens. Okay, there we go. The 28.
28.
28 gets hooked and goes down across the track and comes back up.
He shot up that track like he was shot out of a cannon.
Yeah, that's Alan McEwen here. We'll watch this one more time from the far chase view. See if we can figure out whether he got hooked on the bumper there of what is that, the 86 right ahead of him. Can't make out his number. Oh yeah, boy did he ever get hooked.
Yeah, it looks like 86.
Yep. Wow. And Alan going for one heck of a ride. Looks like maybe Allen had to make a tow to the pit road.
I think he blew the motor when he hit the wall.
So Robert Felzine out in the lead now. Robert bringing him around here for his chance to get out here and lead some laps. LG Whaley right in second. So quite the mix-up up front here. Dave Swindell falling way back. Where the heck did he fall back to? He's
Seven?
He's in third.
In third?
Yeah, Dave Swindell's in third. Yeah. So creeping up on the halfway mark already. But this is already the second caution. And we've already had 7 lead changes. All right, Ed, so if you were out here, what would your strategy be now? You're looking at possibly a little past halfway when they get the green flag. What would you do from here on out?
Well, I know I'm halfway in the race, but I like to be up and towards the front. You know me, I hate anything in the back, really, because that's where all the, any from the middle and the back, it's where something happens, you're going to be caught up in it. But try to get their truck up towards that front there, either the high side or the low side. Stay in line, even if you're in 8th place or 10th place. Try to stay up towards, in the front of the pack there, and if something does come out, you're not getting caught up. I think mostly, like I said, you always get something caught up between the middle and the end of the field. So try to get your car up there. Even if you can lead a race, hook up with somebody, draft with somebody, try to get out and get a lead race or a couple of laps or something like that, Rudy, and be on the safe side, man. I think that's where I would be, Rudy.
Sure thing, yeah. I agree with you on that. So Rush, now tires and fuel are not an issue now. What would you be thinking right now?
Get to the front.
Yeah. I think you guys are right. It's, they get to the front and try to stay up front. Even though we know that they're going to be mixing it up, a lot of different lead changes up there. Highline not working as good today as we thought it was going to work because we can't seem to get 2 or 3 guys or 4 guys up there together. If we could get 4 guys up there together, that Highline will work great.
Yeah, it sure would, Rudy. And here's the thing about the high side, Rudy. We talk about drafting. It doesn't always have to be you pushing somebody, Rudy. It's called side drafting. If you get your truck the side draft with 2 trucks on it, say you got 2 trucks on that high side. I done it, Rudy. You've done it. Rush has done it. If you get two trucks on the high side, I don't care how many cars or how many trucks on that low side, you can go by these guys that are on the bottom because you got side draft, and the guy in the back of you, he's going to push you like heck, Rudy, and that's where you're gonna get that momentum, and you're gonna pull that truck out in the front.
Yeah, but it works so much better when you got like 4 of you up there. Oh, it just makes such a big difference,
Yeah, it sure does, Rudy. And yeah, and you need that extra help on that high side. But when you don't have nobody going to work that high side, Rudy, it's just everyone wants to stick to that bottom. And I think they just feel safer, Rudy, and they think they're not going to get in nothing on that low side. But listen, if a driver that's pushing you, or that you're a 10th driver back, and you hit that apron, guess what's going to happen? Somebody's going around.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's always not the safest place. For that matter, nothing safe here at Talladega.
No, and we've yet to see the big one yet, so that could be yet to come. All right, the lights are off on the pace truck, or pace car, and the trucks are all lining up here, double file. And we're going to go green flag racing next time by, Ed. So when we get around there, get ready to call her down, buddy.
I sure will, Rudy.
Robert Felzine leading him around. I think we're going to see him and Swindell hook up and take off like a rocket. But, we do have LG Whaley and Aaron Reeder on that high side, and I'm telling you what, those two are very dangerous up there. They are fast. And Doug Moore right behind them pushing them. Whoo! This is going to be a wicked start.
No, they get a good run up on that high side. You could see them go right to the bottom once they get past these, drivers at the bottom of that track.
Right. Felzine kind of laying back a little bit off of the pace car and kind of letting the field lay back a little bit. So hopefully we're going to see these guys tighten it up because we're getting ready to go here. A lot of spaces back here, like back 7th place. A lot of room back there.
Well, the pace car's in, Rudy. Ring, ring, ring. Let's go boogieing, guys. Let's go racing. Here we go, Rudy and Rush. Here we go.
LG getting a really good restart again. Boy, he's quick on them reflexes. The Felzine's staying pretty strong here on the low line as Swindell really starts pushing the daylights out of Felzine, taking right off. And Doug Hevron hanging right on to the bumper of Dave Swindell. But LG Whaley and Aaron Reeder on the high line really starting to get going here. Boy, they're losing some positions like crazy.
Nobody up there.
Nope, we talked about that. We don't have enough drivers up on that high side. Let's pull a little side draft there and get those trucks lined up.
We did have a couple more guys take their trucks behind pit wall, Kirk Fielder and Alan McEwen. Alan McEwen was the one that got caught up in that wreck there. And man, he tore his truck to smithereens. He got hit by, I think, the whole back part of the field. All right, LG Whaley and Aaron Reeder really starting to get motoring on that high side, but I don't know if they've got enough for old Swindell and Felzine up in the front.
Ooh, the 8 just gave I can't figure out what's the R.W. Ziegler there. Gave I can't get the number off the boy. I thought he was going to go sideways.
Wayne Finley there in 7th with his partner, Philip Carsley. Those two hanging up there together in 42 and 43. And the 91 getting into the mix, Kevin Baker. Haven't seen him up here in the front for a little while, so Kevin Baker doing quite well hanging on there in the 9th position. LG Whaley had a little bit of a nose up in front here, but not enough to maintain that.
Nope, he sure didn't, Rudy.
Once they got up there, they hit that old parachute that we always talk about, and man, they fell back a couple positions, so hopefully they can get that back up working on that high side. They're probably going to have to switch up here before long. Reeder's going to start getting hot, I believe.
It's funny how that works. You got the inside wall and the outside wall, and you get that aerodynamic there, and just makes your truck just back up. It's like putting the brakes on, Rudy.
Yes, it is. All right, going back here to John Estes in 12th position. This whole back part of this field here now. Daniel Rindahl leading this pack around in the Oreo truck, Ed.
Oh, wow.
And he pulling R.W. Ziegler right around with him. I believe that's him.
Wow, the Tommy Lee get a run up on that high side. Who's pushing him, boy? He's just flying.
Yeah, he's definitely come out of nowhere and has motored right up there.
What are they going to drop in the back there? Going to pull in front of D'Amico there.
Tommy Lee up to the 15th position now. Maybe him and D'Amico can get something going here, but I believe Tommy was hooked up with Derek Cormier though for the longest time.
Yeah, I think so. That's his partner, Rudy. Poor D'Amico don't have anybody to go with him, I guess.
Well, he needs to start looking for a partner or something because or else he's going to go backwards again. He's running in the 16th position right now, but boy, I'll tell you, that don't last long when you don't have a partner.
No, it sure doesn't. Boy, you can back right up in the back of that track and nobody go with you.
Look at Tommy Lee and the 03 of Derek Cormier coming hard on that high side. They're wanting to get up here and catch this front pack. They're about a second and a half behind the leader. It looks like, oh boy, that was a tight fit.
It sure was, boy. Somebody lit up their brakes there.
Wow, he come right down in front of the 72 of John Estes. Almost took the nose off that truck.
He sure did, boy. I can smell the brake rubber right now.
Oh, man. All right, this front pack's still going at it up here. Wayne Finley, looks like Wayne Finley running in about the 5th or 6th position. That front four is really nose to tail and just going.
Yeah, we talked about that, Rudy. You got to get up front. You got to get into the front of this, up in this field. You've got to hang with these guys.
Doug Hevron's been on that back bumper of Dave Swindell since they got the green flag after the restart, and I'm telling you what, he's doing a great job hanging on there. Him and Doug Moore get together, and if they get the room and they get around on that high side, they could get hooked up with LG Whaley and Aaron Reeder on the high side and maybe get a run and go by Felzine and Swindell.
That's a good possibility, Rudy. Whoa, we got a truck in the wall. Oops, saved it. 31, is it? J. Paul Jones. Yeah, he hit the wall there. Come right in front of D'Amico there. Little D'Amico ever hit the brake or have the heart attack.
D'Amico falling back even further now. Wow, he's back to the 20th.
He got a freight train.
Yeah, dang. Running in the 25th position back here, trying to get hooked up with the 44 of Dayton maybe, and maybe finally finding a partner. Lloyd Jones, another victim, taking his truck behind pit wall. And somebody we haven't talked about all day, Nicholas Ward. Nicholas Ward really running good here in the 94 Bass Pro Shop Chevy Silverado. So looks like he might be having a pretty good day up here running in the 16th position.
Oh, that's awesome. Good run for him.
And they're reeling in that front pack, Ed, and starting to catch up to them.
Like we talked about, Ruby, you're halfway during the race. You've got to get your truck up to that front of that field, because if you sit in the back here too long, they're going to be gone.
Well, we got about 20-something laps to go.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Rush, man. You've got to move that truck up towards the front.
We're coming down to it now, and everybody's, I think, gotten a little bit warm, and you see a little bit of space between all these trucks. But you know what, guys? I want you to look at something here. I want you to look back at Tommy Lee coming on this high side. Those two have been just powerhousing it around here. Him and the 03 of Derek Cormier, look how far they have come up through this field since that drop of the green flag.
I know, and they were sitting Cormier just got into the wall, didn't he?
Almost. I don't think he quite touched it, but boy, he got...
Boy, that was close.
He fell off of the draft there of Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee must have one heck of a setup in that thing, or either that or he's got about 50 extra horsepower.
No, but you watch him, Rudy. Look how close you get to that bottom line. Yeah. We always talked about that side drafting. You can gain so much speed. You hook that truck down, the bottom down, as close as you can get that truck. And that sucker will give you some speed.
R.W. Ziegler now getting Derek.
Oh yeah, he's getting right after it. Derek Colby, friggin' pushed of his lifetime. Here we go. Gonna hook up with Tommy Lee.
As long as they don't like start trying to do that old sandwich effect on Cormier right there, because that could be dangerous.
Oh, it sure can. There you go. There's that side draft I was talking about.
Yep. And look at the run that they've got coming back on that high side now, as those two get back together.
That's my, yeah, it sure is, Rudy. That's my favorite move right here, just side draft. I mean, if I'm pushing somebody, that's what I look for, that side draft.
All right, we got 19 laps to go. Rush, what's going on about mid-pack? Anything to talk about back there?
No, not really. Just some stragglers trying to catch up to the main pack.
Stragglers.
Well,
there it is. Look where Tommy Lee sits now, Rudy. I tell you about that side draft over and over and over.
Them two, I'll tell you what, they've definitely got the power up there, but you know they're going to be hitting that wall of air here in a minute, and they're going to go nowhere.
You got that right.
They got nobody up there to help them, and they're just...
Oh, I get some fresh air here. You're going to let Tommy, he's going to let him go up there. They're falling back there if you get room there.
Good switch. But boy, I'll tell you what, in the process there, Derek come down a little bit so low that he looked like he was almost going to come into the side of Doug Hevron in the number 22 there. It was real close.
Oh, I could imagine. You know, and that's good about these drivers, you know, giving that respect and give a little bit of room that, you know, the guy has to switch, you know what I mean?
You running 3 wide up there? Close to it.
Well, let's take a ride on board with Wayne Finley here, and let's look out his windshield or out his roof cam. Let's watch here and see what he's seeing on this this part of the track right here up front. Everybody just kind of riding smooth right now. Looking right ahead to Aaron Reeder there. Aaron Reeder, him and LG Whaley were hooked up on the high side earlier and trying to motor by on the high side. We just could not get it done.
Yeah, they just look like they're just sitting there riding right there on that low side, Rudy.
Looking back to Wayne Finley's partner there, Philip Carsley. Those two have been sticking together now this second half.
Oh, we got one in the wall.
Oh, I've seen that. He saved it, though. Oh, well, he had it saved. Did you get a number on that?
Got a whole bunch of messes up back here now.
Was that the 42? Really, I can't tell. The 48, maybe.
He might have got tangled up into that, but I don't think that was the one that went up onto the wall. But, let's take a ride back there and see if we can figure out who the heck that was. Oh, right there it was. Yeah, the 48. Oh, and the 37. Our Oreos machine getting tangled up into that, Ed.
Oh man, that's too bad.
Oh, and then we got a bunch of more of them spinning in the back behind that. Wow. Got a bunch more off of the track here. Reginald and Crash D'Amico, those two getting tangled up. Let's go back here. I want to see what happens to him because the wreck was already over when he comes around, so I don't know exactly what happened there.
He let off the gas and got rear-ended by his partner.
Oh, yep, that's what happened. Oh, man.
Shoved him down on the apron, he got squirrely and lost it.
Wow.
Yeah, he sure did. I was looking at that too, Rudy and Rush, and you should never push him. You got two cars in front of him. All you want to be pushing in that turn like that so hard. Spun him right around. like I said, it's racing. What are you gonna do?
All right. Well, nobody's going to come down pit road except for the ones that are tore up a little bit. So Felzine's still leading here. He's led 19 laps so far.
Yeah, that's Heveron that took that yellow truck.
Yeah, he went for a heck of a ride there. Him and the Oreo machine going right up into the wall. Oreo machine riding the wall for a second there and then coming back down on all fours.
Crash D'Amico got his truck fixed, look like. One lap down.
What's the playing game? Here we go. What's the game plan, you guys? What do you think now? What's going to happen?
Well, we're going to probably get the green with about 11 to go, so this is going to be an 11-lap shootout. You know, anything can happen. We've got some good guys up here. These guys up in the front have been running clean the whole race. Felzine, Swindell, Heveron, Doug Moore, LG Whaley. Now Tommy Lee up into the mix. Derek Cormier up there. So we've got some new guys up in the front.
Okay.
So I think it's going to be they got to get something going on the high side. They just got to. And I think they know it. It's the only way they're going to get by Felzine and Swindell. They got to get 4 or 5 trucks up on that high side to go by.
Oh, you're exactly right, Rudy.
And it's looking for that, you know, communicating or looking for somebody to go with you. You can't go up there by yourself. 2 of you are not going to make it. So you need, you know, 3 or 4 or 5 of you to go up there. So,
right.
Okay. I think D'Amico got the wave around.
good deal.
Yep, he sure did.
I should put him back on the lead lap then. Yeah. So we'll only have one a lap down, which will be Daniel Rindahl. All right, so let's see here. We've had 3 cautions, and still only 7 lead changes. And I think that race the other day we did, there was, 45 lead changes in that? Them guys were back and forth and back and forth.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, well, because they ran 2 lanes around there and kept switching up, and it was a great race. Wasn't it, Rush?
How many laps? How many laps?
They ran 94 laps and had 2 cautions.
Wow, that's awesome.
Oh, it was awesome racing, wasn't it, Rush?
Yes, sir.
That was some of the best racing I've ever seen at Talladega. That was really...
Yeah, they were going back and forth, back and forth.
Yep.
This right here, this racing is not that bad at all. They're all pushing hard, and they're all trying to get up to the front, and you can see how all these cars are evenly spaced out. It's just a matter of the little tiny things that get you up to the front and get you wrecked out.
All right, so Felzine's led 21 laps so far in this race. This being a league race, I'm not sure if the most laps count as a point or what, but right now it looks like he may have that one sewed up so far. The only one close to him is LG Whaley, and LG's running in the 6th spot right now.
Yeah, 10 for Rudy. Now, what did they use for their point system, Rudy?
Dan Lisa.
Okay, cool.
Yep. But I don't know how they have their points set up, whether you get a point for leading a lap and a point for leading the most laps, and like we do, or you even get a point for taking the pole. I don't know if they have all that stuff set or not.
Right.
This has been a pretty good race here. Okay, lights going off on the pace truck, and that's what we're going to have, 11 lap shootout to the end. The one that's really kind of surprised me, that kind of caught me off guard there for a minute, because he was riding in the back for so long, was Tommy Lee. And look at him, he's going to be starting in the 5th position.
He had a fast truck all night tonight, Rudy. It's just awesome to see him up there. I mean, he went from the back all the way up to the front here, and that's where he's at now in 5th spot. That's a good job for him.
Looking back, Travis Townsend sitting in the 13th spot, and those two were working together earlier, and I don't know if that was planned for him to dump off Travis and pick up who was that, the number 3, the 03 there of Derek Cormier.
Yeah, exactly right, Rudy. I don't know what the switch up of that was about. I don't know. I guess you got to go with the fastest truck, whoever you can hook up with. You know, I mean, it's anybody's game. We got what? It's gonna be 11 or 10 laps to go, man. So you got to hook up with somebody.
You better do it quick.
Yeah, I guess their friendships are out of the question.
Times are running.
Swindell going to be starting on that high side, and Doug Moore right behind him. And remember how dangerous those two were at the beginning of the race, and they're going to be hooked up nose to tail here.
Yeah, exactly right. And if you get that high side, like I saw Tommy Lee hook up there on that high side, that side draft that we talk about, it's the way to go.
All right, pace car ducks off. Green, green. Hopefully that was the last restart. They can get the rest of this in here. 11 lap shootout to the end. Dave Swindell trying to get something going with Doug Moore on the high side. LG Whaley right on their tail. Not going to leave them. And now we've got 4 or 5 up on that high side head on this restart, so maybe we can get that high line working.
Yeah, sure thing, Rudy. I bet we can.
Swindell about a fender length ahead, but boy, I'll tell you what, Felzine comes back. Now Felzine got about a truck length ahead of him. Hevron pushing the heck out of him on that low line. Tommy Lee right up there with them. LG Whaley kind of falling off a little bit. Him and Aaron Reeder back there, they kind of fallen off just a little. They need to get up on that bumper of Doug Moore. I think they could do something on that high line. Wayne Finley in the 9th spot, kind of falling back just a hair. But that could be by design. I'm not really sure. Now he's getting hooked up with somebody there, and we'll check that out, see who that's going to be.
Oh, 3x3 up there, Rudy.
Oh, Wayne Finley getting hooked up with Travis Townsend. Travis Townsend now running in the 11th spot. This was definitely what we were talking about at the beginning of the race, that these guys were way back so far. Could have been saving their, like you said, Ed, saving their equipment. And here they are at the end, running up in the front pack.
Yes, and like I always talk about, that's where you want to be at the end of this race. Not way in the back, towards the front.
Travis up on the high line with Aaron Reeder and LG Whaley, and those guys, we've got about 6 of them up there, or maybe more. Now Tommy Lee and his partner here dive to the outside. It looks like they're going to go for the lead as Doug Hevron takes over the lead.
Oh, there goes the meat grub that hooked.
Really?
Yep.
All right, let's take a wander back here and watch this.
He wasn't clear.
Yeah, he's drifting around a little bit in the tri-oval. And well, maybe I might have paused it just a little too soon there. Oh, the 16 was right there. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't give up. He didn't give up an inch.
Nope.
That's what happens.
Oh man. So crash out of it now. Oh man, that probably ended his day. He's trying to get caught up, but all right. So Doug.
All they had to do is,
go ahead.
all they had to do is light off the gas for a split second, but he would have been fine. But no.
But no. So Felzine falling back to the 5th spot now. After leading all them laps, led 24 laps. And he'll be restarting back in 5th. We're probably going to have about a 3-lap shootout here, guys. Hopefully they'll keep it green in that 3 laps. But boy, Tommy Lee and Doug Hevron had one heck of a run when they pulled out and went by the leaders. Wow, they had one heck of a head of steam. I think there's a lot more team communication going on out there than what we know, you know. I believe that was probably a good call by Tommy and Doug working together like that, because they could have just sat there on that low line the rest of the race and never went anywhere, you know. You definitely,
right, exactly, Rudy.
You got to go on the high side to get by the, you know, the leader, and they waited and they were doing it.
About a 2-lap shootout, what do you think, Rudy?
Probably, I'm thinking 3, but when they get the green flag, it'll probably be about 3 to go.
Is that 10-4?
So that should be a pretty good race to the end here, because figure about a lap to get everybody wound back up to speed, and then a couple laps of just good hard racing. And I think we're going to see some 3 wide now, don't you, Rush?
Yep, I'm thinking 3 wide, second lap, caution, race over.
Yep. Race over. You're one of them pessimistic kind of guys, ain't you?
Yeah, half empty.
Yeah, half empty, okay. Well, I keep hoping for it to go green the rest of the way, so I guess I'm the optimistic guy, the half full guy.
Yeah. I know the other half full is too.
All right, well, Tommy Lee going to be restarting 2nd, Swindell 3rd, Doug Moore 4th, Felzine back to the 5th spot, LG Whaley in 6th, Aaron Reeder 7th, Derek Cormier 8th, Travis Townsend going to be restarting 9th, Philip Carsley 10th, Wayne Finley 11th, Ziegler in 12th, Lemons 13th, Estes in 14th, and Kevin Baker rounding out the top 15 here on this restart. You know, we were talking earlier there, Kevin Utley was our leader for a while, led about 6 laps. He's clear back in the 16th spot. Not sure if he'll be able to get that thing motored up to the front, but you know, that's another good racer up here that has gotten back into the pack and just can't seem to make it back up to the front.
He's definitely having issues.
Michael D'Amico's still on pit road. I'm not showing him on the track. I think he's still on pit road.
He took his car behind the wall, Rudy.
Yep, yes he did. On him and David Bowden and Daniel Rindall, all them guys, Lloyd Jones, Kurt Fielder, Alan McEwen, and Eddie Asaf, all them guys taking their trucks behind the pit wall. So we've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drivers in this race.
That's not bad, Rudy, for that big field we got.
Yeah,
they're saying that on the radio. They're saying over the radio that the yellow comes out, they're going to keep racing.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, out of a 35 car field and only losing 7 drivers, not bad. We still have one lap down. J. Paul Jones there. He is still 1 lap down in the 28th position. I'm not sure if he should get his lap back, I'm assuming, but that would be kind of cool to have all 28 drivers still on the lead lap when they go to take the green.
That would be awesome.
But I would have thought he would have got his lap back by now, but maybe, I don't know. Because I'm thinking they're going to get the one to go this time by.
Okay, our lights are off on the pace car.
One lap to go, and we're going green. And it's going to be a 3-lap shootout here to the checkered flag, guys.
Awesome. Yeah, look at Thomas Lee up on that high side there.
And he's going to be up there with Doug Moore. I'm not sure if those two are going to try to work together. They've kind of split up as partners here because Hevron and Tommy Lee were working together, and Dave Swindell and Doug Moore were working together. So let's see if they try to get re-partnered back up, or if they're just going to go with the partners they got. 3 to go. You got to go with whoever you can get there with.
You got that right, Rudy. If you get a jump on that high side, you better go with the truck on the high side and just roll.
Yeah.
Partners are out of questions. You just got to go for the win.
Go ahead, call it down this time for me, buddy, and I hope this is the last time.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
This is the 4th caution, and we've had 10 different lead changes.
Pace car's going in. Boogie, 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 guys. Let's go racing.
Tommy gets a really good restart that time. LG Whaley going 3 wide on the high side.
We talked about, hooked him.
Oh, and he hooked Doug Moore. That's going to take out the whole back part of the field.
Gonna keep on racing.
Like I said.
You called that one right, Russ.
If they're slowing down, they're not going to finish it under yellow. They're not going to finish it on, or they're going to finish it under yellow? Is that what they're going to do?
Yep. Yeah, finish under yellow. You can't really race it really when the yellow comes out because that'll black flag you or something will happen.
Yeah, everybody, and this is a league race, and you get disqualified, and there are going to be a lot of ticked off guys about that stuff,
Yeah, it sure was.
So.
Yeah, Captain 3 wide there, boy.
Yeah, we're going to go back and watch this again as on this restart. And I'm going to go to the far chase views. We're going to watch as LG Whaley comes up here, jumps a start here, and automatically starts going 3 wide, right up on the high side, taking Aaron Reeder partially. Oh, and there he comes down the hill into Doug Moore. Wow. So Doug Moore just getting bounced around like a ping pong ball, and man, I'm telling you, everybody getting a piece of that. Oh, and the pile up ahead of them was, oh, that was amazing. Wow. That was one heck of a pile up, guys. We got to go back and watch this one more time. Because this was, oh man, this was bad. But see, LG Whaley sitting right there ready to take it 3 wide right on the start. Right up on the high side.
Oh yeah. Superman.
And there he clips him, then comes down, and a bunch more get caught up into that mess.
Oh yeah.
And trucks sliding everywhere. 88 comes back up the hill, takes, oh man, he takes a wad of trucks with him here. Oh man, there's going to be a lot of incidents here, folks. Wow. Kevin Utley going for one heck of a ride there. That truck getting shortened up by about 3 feet.
Yep, went from a Silverado to an S10.
Yep, that's right.
They sure did, boy. Took a lot of trucks that did out right there. I don't want that bell, Rudy.
No, me neither.
Yep. I tell you, I didn't want to be right, but dang gone.
All right, so Doug Hevron on the last lap here, going to take the win, guys.
A good job by his team and his crew there, man. Got it together and pulled out the win there.
Yep, any way you can get it.
Tommy Lee going to finish second, and Dave Swindell third. And Felzine going to be in the 4th position. Boy, Doug Moore losing a ton of positions. You know,
wow.
Topped off at our 5th spot there. Aaron Reeder there to come off to the 5th spot there. That was awesome.
Wow, he dropped from 4th to 23rd. Damn.
Yep, was back there a ways.
Egg.
All right, so coming to the line here, under caution, boy, and a bunch of guys. Wow. This guy's really trying to get around here. Coming to the line, though, is going to be Doug Hevron for the win here at Talladega. Everybody, man, struggling, trying to get through here. All right, Doug coming across the line. Great job. Good job.
Oh, should never smack that truck up, man. You're out there for points.
Yeah. That's the bad thing. You know, these guys want to do the victory dance just a little too early.
You got to go around. I looked at it. You had to go around 1 lap, then do your victory dance.
Right. But I don't know. Maybe they don't have incidents counting against them. But
oh, that could be. I don't know, Rudy. I don't know how that plays a role.
Well, let me know when the mic's clear down there so I can unmute them and go down there and give him a little congratulatory talk and see how his race went for him.
Okay, buddy.
All right.
Hang on, Rudy. I'll go down and talk to him. Tell him you're going to be right here to talk to him.
You do your thing, and I'm going to step back.
Alrighty. Don't leave.
I mean, don't leave.
Don't leave.
Oh, you, Rudy.
All right. Thank you, Ed.
You're welcome, buddy.
Doug Havron, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, Rudy, I sure do.
Wow, great finish out there, buddy. You managed to be up front when that last caution come out. It looked like LG and Doug Moore got tangled up together there. But great win today. Tell us a little bit about how the race went for you today.
Oh, believe it or not, it was pretty much lucky. I started back 19th, and I just kind of got some help to the front, and then if it wasn't for Dave Swindell and Thomas Lee, I would have never been where I was. Both of them helped me and pushed me, and it was really pretty much luck. I couldn't have done it without them.
Well, it looked like a lot of really tough racing up in that front. You managed to keep your truck clean all the way to the end, so that was a pretty good job. I mean, you know, a lot of cautions that a lot of trucks really got tore up bad, and there was just a select few that managed to keep their trucks pretty clean, and you happened to be one of them. And you brought it home today for your win here at Talladega, so congratulations to you, buddy. And you want to give a shout out to anybody or a thank you?
Oh, I guess thanks to you guys for broadcasting it, and again to Dave Swindell and Thomas Lee and everybody that shows up for the Old Farts League. It's a good group of guys, and we had a lot of fun, and we sure appreciate that you take time out of your busy schedule to come and do this for us.
All right, Doug. Well, thanks a lot. I enjoy it, buddy. That's why I just like watching these events and seeing all the things that happen, and I learn a lot about the drivers, and that's kind of like my big thing. But hey, it's not about me. It's all about you. You won it here today. Great job today. Good job, Doug.
Thank you very much.
Tommy Lee, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Tommy, you stayed clear in the back for the first part of the race, and I don't know, was that by design? Did you plan on doing that, just kind of keeping your truck clean in the back and then pushing it to the front later on when you got hooked up, or what?
Yeah, I was actually pretty shocked that it went as long as it did under green, and whenever we seen that we got to lap 20 and then the first caution came out, I was hooked up with Travis there at the beginning, and me and him decided we was going to stay back there and then try to start working our way up through there a little bit. And something got, I took off up through there. I think him and Derek were hooked up, and they got to me, and I don't know if Travis got hung up or something, because whenever me and Derek got together, we just came straight up to the front. Hate that he got some damage and stuff right there on his truck and couldn't stay up there with me. But other than that, it's a pretty good race.
Yeah, it looked like a lot of fun. Yeah, you guys really got hooked up. It seemed like you and Derek just motored by on that high side. You come out of nowhere, and it was like all of a sudden, here's Tommy Lee in like 6th position after you were running in 25th, So, but great job out there, Tommy. Tell us a little bit about some of the other stuff that you seen going on out there, some of the cautions and stuff.
Well, to be honest with you, I was actually a little too far back to catch any of the cautions as far as what they were for and everything. Just trying to stay back out of it and keep the truck clean and everything and be able to be there at the end.
Well, good job. Congratulations on your second place finish there, Tommy. And you want to give a shout out to anybody or a thank you?
Yeah, of course, want to thank Travis and Derek for working with me right there. As far as through that race, especially Travis, he worked with me there for most of it. Just couldn't have got him up there to be able to run with it and everything. Of course, want to give a big shout out to you and Ed and Rush tonight for being up there in the booth and broadcasting and commentating this. Like normal, I had it on the TV next to me. Everything sounded awesome. Can't wait to go back and actually watch it and enjoy it.
All right, Tommy, thank you. Appreciate that very much. And I'm sure Ed and Rush, and they enjoyed it just as much as I did. They had a ball up here. We enjoyed watching you guys race, but congratulations on your second place finish, Tommy.
Thank you, sir.
Dave Swindell, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
Good, Rudy. How are you?
I'm doing good, bro. Hey, way to keep it up front there. You managed to pull off a third place finish. It looked like some pretty dead even racing going on there for most of the race, but you managed to keep it up front all day long. But tell us a little bit about your race today.
Well, of course, light truck is pretty good everywhere. I mean, we could run the outside. I hate to see that happen to Doug Moore. You know, we kind of worked together there in the beginning, and I think Doug and I might have had a good run there at the end. But great to see Doug Hebron win it, and you know, it was just a lot of battling back and forth. These guys raced close, and that's what we did, and the way we went.
Well, you know, we did have 6 cautions, which was kind of a little more than what I thought, you know, we would have. I was kind of thinking that maybe like 3 or 4, but 6 cautions, but we only had 12 lead changes, Dave, and you were one of the leaders there for a while. So, but great job out there today, Dave. You know, you want to give a shout out to anybody or a thank you?
I just you guys at Max Speed for doing this, and say hello to everybody in the booth up there, all my friends up there, and of course, you know, everybody that puts the Old Farts League together. I mean, this is a lot of fun, and guys race pretty good, and I think it was just freak to have a couple late cautions there, or that race may have been a little different.
Yeah, as we always say, you know, cautions breed cautions, and it kind of gets the field bunched back up. But, you know, for the first 20 laps, it was such great racing. And to see you guys back and forth, nip and tuck, you know, you get that parachute effect on the high side there when you try to pass. And you just couldn't quite get 3 or 4 guys to work together on that high side. And you know as well as I do, Dave, if you can get 3 or 4 trucks up on that high side working together nose to tail, you can just motor by that inside. But great job today. Congratulations bringing home third spot, Dave. Good job.
Thanks, buddy, and congratulations, Doug Hebron.
All right, guys. Well, there we have it. Doug Hebron bringing it home today. Let's get a quick rundown here of the results. Tommy Lee in second. Dave Swindell, of course, third. Felzine coming in fourth. Reeder fifth. Cormier in sixth. Travis Townsend in seventh. Carsley eighth. Wayne Finley rolling in the ninth spot. Lemons in 10th. Baker 11th. Ward 12th. Lateral 13th. Bachman 14th. Gramuglia in 15th. Araro 16th. Corral 17th. Harrington 18th. Terry Bellinger coming in 19th. Good run by him. Doug Moore finishing in the 20th spot there after that last caution. Ziegler in 21st. Martin 22nd. Becker 23rd. Jones 24th. Utley 25th. LG Whaley 26th. John Estes 27th. Tommy Hebron finishing 28th. Bowden 29th. And Michael D'Amico rounding out your top 30. So, guys, any last minute comments?